Yo, 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 people, Waffled On in the building. What are you saying, people? Hope everyone's well. I know that title is gonna rattle a few people today, but we've got to start to have conversations, man. We've got to have serious conversations. Serious conversations, man. You know, and obviously the topic's gonna be about Declan Rice. Leave him alone. Stop criticizing our players. We won yesterday. All of that stuff. But I've just been sitting here, just thinking and thinking and thinking. I don't like this blue in my name, man. Let me change the blue. Let me change this blue. I don't like it. It's a bit better. The color's a little bit better. Yeah, it's a bit better. When I look back at Rice's first season, he was absolutely a don, just like myself. Great in the number 6. Nearly took us to the promised land. But since then, in the number 8, I'm not really feeling him in the 8. And the reason why he's looked at as an 8 is only because of his engine. He's got a great engine, obviously, up and down the pitch. But for me, the number 8's got to have more than that. A number 8 as a centre midfielder, you've got to have a little bit of tech about you. Yes, the engine is very important as well. And not all number 8 score goals, by the way. Yeah, not all number 8s. McAllister, I think he only scored 4 or 5 goals last season. Obviously, the best 8s do score goals. But I just don't feel the position is suited to Declan Rice. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I just don't feel it is. Now, you might all say Arteta knows best, isn't it? And maybe he does, but everyone's probably still living off that Real Madrid hype when he top binned those 2 free kicks. But for me, the best time I saw Declan Rice was as a defensive midfielder. Not just for Arsenal, but also for West Ham. Because I used to watch West Ham a lot. Saw him come up from a centre-back to a defensive midfielder in a pivot, a double pivot. That's where he works best. Very good interceptor, very good tackler, good in the air, good at reading the game. And that's where Declan Rice thrives, where he sees the game, where he sees the whole game from the back. Yeah, he sees the game, he plays his passes. Now, what Declan Rice does give you, as a DM, is that he's a forward-thinking DM. So he will come out of that position and try to play an 8 and progressive passes rather than just the side passing thing. But for me, playing for Arsenal, his role change does not make sense to me. Especially playing mostly alongside Odegaard and Martinelli as well. If you're going to play with Declan Rice as an 8, then you have to have someone really techie next to him. So not a Martinelli, because Martinelli is just pace. So he's off. So Declan Rice is not going to keep up with Martinelli because Martinelli's going to be off. And this is just opinions, by the way. This isn't. I'm not talking based on facts. Yeah, I'm just talking, having a general conversation, and just. Is this the difference, though, between a top team and us as a top team? I've already seen Man City bring in Reinders. You can see that guy has ability. You can see he's a natural, number 8. You know, he can do so much with, you know, he can shoot, he can pass, he can move, he can do so many things in that position, you know, and already people are lauding him as probably going to be the signing of the season. Declan Rice was our signing of the season when we brought him in. He was absolutely quality when we brought him in. That first season, he balled out, and he was 105 mil that season. But looking now at the price tag this season and last season, could you say he's a 105 million player? I'm asking the chat. Do you think he's an actually 105 million player? I don't think so. I really don't think so. You know, he's every game, most games, you know, he burns out. He looks tired. You know, he doesn't look very good on the ball when he's progressing the ball. He's a very good passer of the ball. Very, very good passer of the ball. But a number 8 gives you more than that. You know, look at McAllister for Liverpool now. Now, he's not easy on the eye all the time. But he's got something about him, yeah, that even when he's not really in the game, he's in the game, if that makes any sense. You know, look at the likes of Caicedo. You know, the funny thing about Caicedo as well, yeah, he can actually play the DM and the 8 as well, role as well. Big up to Eros in the building, man. Big up to Boyten. Big up to Not Bray, Brett May. He's not poo though. He's not a poo player. Yeah, I'm not saying that he's a poo player. I just think that his position. See, look at Boyten, he agrees with me, and you don't have to agree with me. Rice is a DM, not an 8. Been saying it for years, but here we are. People told me he could do it. I just don't think Arsenal. I would rather play Odegaard in the 8 rather than Declan Rice. I would rather play a pivot, those two deep, and Odegaard just in front. Because for me, Declan's really good at defensive duties. He's really good at mopping up, you know, attacks through the middle. He's also a leader as well. And this 8 position, man, it really winds me up because he has to be part of the attack, you know. He's not someone that I would say can build up attacks, although he's very good at passing, but he's not a Zubamendi type. I'm going to like drop my shoulder, go past this player, put a through ball. He's not that type of player, in my opinion. I just think, personally, having Declan Rice as an 8 is actually hindering our play to a certain point. You know, it's almost like he runs around, and he's just overexerting himself. And we need a player that's a bit smarter. We need a player that's able to control the game, slow the game down, yeah? You know, control the tempo of the game. Odegaard can do that when he wants to. But we can't solely rely on Odegaard to be that man. But if we have Declan Rice as a number 6, I think we're a better team. I think we're a much better team. Maybe, I don't even know if you can put Zubamendi in that position. I just think one or the other has to play, and either Odegaard goes over there, and then you put in Ethan as well as the attacking guy. Because when you look at our play yesterday and throughout last season, yeah, there wasn't a nice balance to the team. There wasn't a very good balance. That season where we were smacking teams like West Ham, the second half of the season, Crystal Palace. We went on a crazy attack, yeah, because we had the right balance. I just don't know, man. I just don't know. And the thing is, all of this is going to be forgotten come the game against Leeds. But we will still see certain issues in our midfield, I think, even against the Leeds team. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. And the thing is, you don't have to score loads of goals in that 8 position, but you have to be able to do certain things in that 8, yeah? You know, bring the ball down, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, hold the ball, win a free kick, look for the wingers, you know, nice passes out to the wings, then support the wingers as well. You know, often I've seen Declan Rice playing in that position. I've seen him playing like as a left winger. Last season, as the 8, he was mostly occupying the left position. I thought the 8 takes up that whole space of the midfield. Yeah, not just one side, but can play round in and around the midfield as an 8. But then again, they play zonal football these days now, isn't it? So, you know, one of my friends was saying to me the other day that you can only make certain runs to a zone now. Don't come out of the zone. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, stay in that zone. This is how football is these days. Big up to Eros in the building. Just a general chat, people, man. Just a general chat to see, just to gauge if, you know, video isn't working here on internet on the Fritz or your YouTube server on the Fritz. How come? That's weird. Or internet. What does the Fritz mean? Sorry, maybe I'm a bit old for that, but I don't know. Or YouTube server on the Fritz. Let me see. Let me have a look. Hold on. Just put me on check. Is it running live or what? Let's have a look. Nice hot. Let's have a look. Let's check. I don't know what's going on there. I need to see this. I can see it. So yeah, it's working. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Nothing. Tony's was doing the same thing 5 minutes ago. Waffle, I think it's YouTube. Oh, okay. Is Tony called live? Is he? Let's have a look. YouTube bugging out. YouTube bugging out. I don't know what's going on. Let's have a look. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Oh, Hammer's. Hammer's. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, people. Sorry, man. Sorry about that. Yeah. So did we pay 105 million just for someone that can have stamina and run up and down? Is that what we paid 100 mil for? Because looking at it now, is Declan Rice actually £105 million player? Now, people can talk about, oh, it was the market and all that kind of stuff, but you know, if you look at him compared to, you know, a Baliba, a Caicedo, a Rodri, is he 105 million? Is he £100 million player? I don't think so. I don't think so, because although he's adapted to the number 8, I just don't think he's good enough to play in that number 8. If you had Caicedo, I think he can play as an 8 as well. Yeah, Caicedo, when you look at Caicedo, he's quite a good footballer technically as well. If you look at him, he's quite a good footballer, not just an engine, but he's a very good footballer in general. Declan Rice is a very good footballer. Let's not twist the words and stuff. You know, and this isn't a dig you know, at Declan Rice. It just feels to me that, you know, we're just doing the square pegs, round holes. Square pegs, round holes, or whatever you want to call it. That's how it feels to me. That's how it looks to me right now. And are we going to see this imbalance throughout the whole season with Declan Rice? You know, is Declan Rice, because Declan Rice came off yesterday. Declan Rice didn't last the night, did he? He looked absolutely shattered. Maybe it's a fitness thing as well. Maybe it's a fitness thing, you know, his set pieces, you know, I can't fault him on his set pieces and stuff like that. But I prefer him in the DM position personally. That's my personal opinion. But you know what? Rice is going to play him as an 8, and there's nothing really I can really. Why am I doing this stream? It just makes no sense in it. But if it goes pair and up, this is the reason. These could be some of the reasons why. Because this is something that I've seen from last season as well. It's not something that I've just like thought, oh, well, you know what? Declan Rice doesn't work in the 8. It's a problem. It's a problem to me. Yeah, it's a problem. Declan Rice in the 8 is a problem, real problem to me. And people might not see it. People might not see it now because, you know, we won our game yesterday, but we struggled yesterday, man. We struggled. And the thing is, if Declan Rice had held a position as a DM yesterday, do you think Cunha, the likes of Cunha and Wormo, do you think those guys would have been so successful running through the middle? Big up to Josh in the building, man. True Guna up in the building, showing some love. Big up to True Guna in the building, man. Passing through and all of that. You know to subscribe to TG already. I don't even have to say anything already, man. I don't even have to say anything, but yeah, just my 2 pence, man. What do you guys think about Declan in the 8? Or is it something that it's all right? Don't worry about it. It'd be all right, you know. Because I've seen talk about us looking at was it what's his name? What's the one who plays for Barcelona, man? What's the one who plays for Barcelona? I always keep. Is it De Jong? Us looking at De Jong on an actual free. That's like Eros, my bro. Can you see abs on the screen? What? You man can't see me. What's going on? Mine's is just lagging. I can't see anything. It says something went wrong. Oh, wow. Yeah, I can see abs on the screen, bro. I think you and Dio can't for some reason. I wonder if it's something to do with the UK, but I don't know where Dio is. Is Dio in the UK or is he in the States? He's saying video isn't working here, or internet on the fritz, or YouTube server on the fritz. Yeah, do you know what? I don't even know what's going on, people. But yeah, we're looking at signing De Jong on a free, but we've got our DM that we paid 100 mil for. Why don't we just keep him? We don't need to get De Jong on the free. He's going to be 29 years old. But then again, you're in the States. Yeah. So that makes sense. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm hoping, you know what, Declan Rice thrives in that 8 position this season, but for me, he's not an 8. He's a DM, and I'm just going to leave it there. Anyway, people, yeah, this was just a quick one, man. It weren't going to be a long one. But make sure you slap the likes and all of that, and let me know your opinion in the comments. I think Declan Rice scored. How many goals did he score last season? I think he scored is it 4 goals or something last season? But that's not the thing though. He's not gonna score loads of goals, is he? Let me see. Hold on. Let's see how many goals he scored last season. So he scored 4 goals last season, 7 assists. Hold on, let me share this screen actually, because the stats don't even look too bad actually. Let's look at the stats for Declan Rice. So 35 appearances last season, 2 subs, 4 goals, 7 assists, 90% pass rate, excellent. Long passes, 62%. XG 3.51. See, this is all stats and all that kind of stuff, man. Let's compare him. Do you know what? Yeah, let's look at someone like McAllister. Oh, hold on. He's not. Hold on. Let's look at McAllister as well. So his passes completed 90%, long passes 56%. So even Declan Rice's stats here are slightly, they're not too different. Hold on, the shots on target outside the box though, big difference. 63 shots to 13. That's a massive difference. Maybe it's the way we play, maybe because we have a low block and we're having to contend with that as well. But I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, people, man, obviously YouTube's bugging out. Just a quick one, 20 minutes. Make sure you slap up the likes and all that. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. And YouTube, continue to bug, because I'm going to be leaving you for today. Stay in stream. Yeah, there's definitely something not right.